Hi, good morning. Okay. Oh, I'm so excited. I love doing this stretch. I'm going to kick off my shoes and let's come on over. That little half-hour workout was a doozy, huh? Congratulations on awesome work. Okay, we're going to start at the top of the mat, right up here, or at the top of any space that you have that you're working with today. And you can actually start here too. It doesn't matter. We're going into a forward fold. I'm just so used to doing that in yoga. Like, come to the top of the mat. Right here, bring those feet to line up with the hips. Take a deep breath. Just allow yourself to take a moment before we go into that forward fold and just feel the energy through your body. Whether you're showing up because you're tired and you're achy and you just need to stretch, whether you've worked a long day. I know sometimes somebody in my family does this and he does construction. He likes the stretch videos. So, or whether you just did a cardio workout and you're like, oh, right? Just come here to the space for a moment and just feel what's happening in your body. Allow yourself to just be fully present in your body. And I'm going to just ask that for the next 30 minutes, you be here in this gift. Plug the shoulders in, take a deep breath, and let it out. Good, take another deep breath, and let it out. This time, as you take a deep breath, arms come up overhead. Grab those hands on top, reach back and through. And then as you release, come on down. Melt it all down into a forward fold. Whatever that looks like for you. Hands are coming down towards the floor. You want your legs to be as straight as possible. Drop the head of the weight in the shoulders. Everything just kind of hangs in here. So already, even though we seem to be in this, really like, I forget the word, this form that doesn't seem to be doing much, you should already be feeling a nice stretch right in here. Breathe. Passive. The word is passive. We're in this passive position. All right, shake the head out from side to side. Say no. Shake the head out from front and back. Say yes. Good. Bend the knees generously and bring the chest to the thighs. And then roll it up, one vertebrae at a time. Take your time pressing evenly into both heels. Good. When you get to the top, roll through the shoulders for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, this time we're going to pull the shoulders up towards the ears and pin them. Squeeze, 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 and then release and pretend like someone's pressing your shoulders down. Really reach your fingertips through. And then sway the head from one side to the other. Now you're actively reaching those fingertips through and the other. So again, this is a lovely stretch in your shoulders and your neck. Good, catch a little rhythm here, one side and then the other. And then bring the head back to center and release. Good, swing it out from side to side. Make sure that you're breathing. I want you to think about catching a rhythm with your breath as well. One more set, finish it here. Take a deep breath, arms go up. Reach up and through, lean back, open up through the chest, the core, the belly. And then as you let it go, melt it all back down into a forward fold. Everything is down towards the floor. Straighten up through those legs as much as possible. Whether you can reach the floor or you're on your shins or you're just kind of hanging up here, doesn't matter. Just drop all your weight in as much as possible. Feel that nice deep stretch in the backs of your legs and breathe. Good. Walk the hands over. So if you're up here, you're just going to come over here to the outside of your leg. Breathe. And then release and walk the hands over to the other side. Breathe. So again, you could be up here, right? Breathe. And back to center. Bend the knees generously, bring the chest to the thighs, and then roll it up nice and slow. Good. This time, roll the shoulders forward 4 times. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Open up those arms, reach them back. Like you're just gonna keep reaching, reaching, reaching. Thumbs, fingers, everything is spread nice and wide. Pretend like someone's pulling this arm that way and someone's pulling this arm that way. Keep the shoulders plugged in, lift the head, breathe. It's a nice active stretch because you're being intentional about creating this duality in your body. Breathe. Where you're being pulled in one direction and you're pulling yourself in another direction at the same time. And release. Oh, that's nice. Swing it out. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to go back, reach up, and then go back into that forward fold one last time before we go down onto the mat. Really reach up and through. And release. Melt it all down. Straighten up through those legs. Sink the top of your body down and into the floor. Shake the head out one way. Nod the head the other. Bend the knees generously. Plant the chest on the thighs. And then roll it up one vertebrae at a time. Good. Take a deep breath. Arms go up. Drop one arm down. Grab the elbow and stretch it over. Breathe into it. Good, and release. Take that same arm, bring it down and around. Opposite arm comes up and through, and then press into the chest. Plug that shoulder in. You should feel a nice stretch here in your shoulder. And then drop your head towards your open hands and breathe. Really be intentional about actively plugging that shoulder in and actively pulling that head away. Breathe. And release the head first, and then unravel. Good, deep breath, arms go up. Drop the opposite arm down, grab that elbow, stretch it over, breathe in. Soft on those knees, so you just kind of hear. I find sometimes I start to sway when I'm doing these standing stretches. Sometimes I close my eyes, whatever feels good, right? We're just taking some time here to really spend some dedicated time stretching our body. And release. Take that same arm, bring it around the front. Other arm up and over, pull it in, breathe. Plug the shoulder in, drop the head towards those open hands. Breathe into it. Again, you want to be actively plugging that shoulder in and actively sinking that head away. When we create these dualities in our body where we're going in one direction and the other at the same time, it becomes really nice and beneficial. Lift the head first and release. Good, sink in. And this time we're just gonna sink all the way down. Gracefully find your way down to the floor. Feet come together and then flap it out. While I'm here, I always like to massage the insides of my feet, a little bit on the balls of my feet. Generally, I massage and pull out my toes. I'm not gonna do that this time because I have a little injury. I'm just trying to be nice. Roll it out, roll it out. Little massage here, flap it out. Now stop flapping and let's climb into the heels real quick. A lot of people end up suffering from plantar fasciitis, right? And it's just built up the calcium deposits in your heel. So you want to make sure that you're always kind of giving some love there. Roll it out. Good. Bring the hands to the ankles. And then let the elbows fall where they will. Just make sure you're not pressing on your joints, right? So the inner thigh, if you can line up there. If you're up here, just honor where you are. And then we're just gonna keep the back flat this time. Pull the belly in, plug in the shoulders, and sink the chest forward little bit at a time until you find that sweet spot where you're like, hello. That's where you wanna be. You wanna be in that sweet spot and just breathe into that discomfort, right? It should be slightly uncomfortable, not painful. Breathe into it. Because this is what happens when we step outside of our little comfort line. It just feels uncomfortable, like, oh no, this is so new. That's what's happening in your body. Your muscles are like, this is so new. Breathe into it. Just remind yourself that you're amazing and capable and you got this. It's a stretch, right? And if it's too much, come out of it. That's it. You just come out of it. It's that simple. I recommend you challenge yourself and then hold it for at least 10 seconds. And then take a deep breath, let it go. And then this time we're gonna go back in, and this time we're just gonna go a little bit deeper. Sink in and breathe. And release. Good. Bring those legs out in front of you. I'm going to turn sideways because I want my feet on my mat. Good. Bring those feet out in front of you. Shake them off a little bit. Flex the toes so that they're pointing towards your face. Sit up as tall as you can. If you have a slight bend in your knees or even a great bend in your knees, just keep in mind that that just means that your hamstrings are tight because those muscles work for you, right? Just constantly coming back to your mat and practicing stretching them out will help release the tension in those legs and in the backs of the knees. A lot of times when people have really tight calf or hamstring muscles, they find that their knees bother them. Well, that's because the joint is trying to help those muscles, and those muscles are so tight. So stretching is a really great way to help alleviate some of that joint pain. I mean, I'm not saying that's 100% the answer, but it could be, right? So sink it on down as much as you can. Take a deep breath. Back is nice and flat. Pull that belly up and in. Reach those hands up. And then we're going to reach up and through. Reach. And if this is where you land, awesome. If you're here and you're like, that's enough, awesome, right? Reach up and through, and then try to connect with your feet. If you can't, again, and you're here or here, honor where you are. Reach. The goal is to reach away from the upper body and press the booty back. Feel that nice deep stretch in the backs of your legs. I also feel it here in my calves because I'm pointing my toes towards my face, and I feel it here in my lower back. Breathe. Good, and release. Take your right leg, bring it up. You can either hold it right here or cross it over for a nice deep stretch on that IT band. Bring those, wrap yourself up, give yourself a little hug here, sit up nice and tall. Again, we're flexing through that foot. Plug those shoulders in, lift the head, breathe. That's a nice stretch in that part of my body. Ooh, yeah. And I like to massage parts that feel really tight, even when I'm in classrooms filled with people. I don't care if it's weird. It's my body, okay? And it feels nice to like rub out those tight spaces. All right, so you can either keep this hand here. We're gonna bring this other hand back behind. Keep this hand here or bring it around and twist. Plug the shoulders in, lift the head and breathe. Nice, and release. Bring that leg in, give it a hug. Stretch it out, but don't put it down. You can even hold it here if that's more comfortable for you. And we're gonna roll the ankle one way. 2 and 1, now go the other way. 3, 2, and 1, bring it down. Shake it out. Good, deep breath, arms up. Reach it up and through. Keep that back flat, sink in. Breathe. Love and gratitude into your body. Release and roll it up. Other side, pull that leg in. Give it a hug. You can either keep it here or cross it over. Wrap it up, pull it in. Oh, that's nice. I'm sure this looks weird. I don't care. This muscle is so tight. I like rubbing it. Okay, sit up nice and tall. Now either this hand, no, not either. This hand goes back, and either this hand stays right here, getting that nice stretch in the IT band as well as in the side body, or you're bringing it around, really twisting in. Plug the shoulders, lift the head, breathe. Flex through that foot over there. Just allow yourself to go into the spaces that feel tight and where you can really feel the stretching, and just be there, right? Just be fully present in your body. We don't do that enough, where we really allow ourselves to be in the present moment. Just be right here in your body. What does that feel like, right? And release. Nice. Now take that leg, give it a little hug, and then stretch it out. Again, you can hold it right here. And we're gonna roll it one way. I'm just looking for challenges always. And stop, go the other way. And bring it down. Good, shake it off. All right, we're gonna swing those legs around. Come to all fours. Plant those hands. Fingers spread wide, wrists, elbows, shoulders line up. Knees under the hips. Curl the back up towards the spine.
And then I like to press away from the top part of my mat a little bit and really press, sinking the butt in, but pulling the belly in. Feel that nice deep stretch in your back. Breathe. And release. Come back to center. Drop the belly. Head to tail. Try to touch. And again, switch it. Flip it. Spine up towards the ceiling. Maybe you get a little side to side sway here. Pulling the spine up towards the ceiling. This is a really active stretch. Sink it in. Oh, that's nice. And come back to center and then drop it. Plug the shoulders, lift the head, breathe. Oh, good, go again. Push that spine up, press away from your mat, drop your head, press back and away maybe. Maybe you just hold that position, right? Maybe this is all too weird for you. That's okay too. I like to do a little shifting with my spine pressed up. And back to center, drop the belly, lift the head and the tail. Even right here, sometimes I like to squeeze to one side and then shift and squeeze to the other, lifting the head and the shoulders, lifting the booty, dropping the belly. Oh, that's so nice. I don't care how weird it looks. And again, reverse. Side to side. Actively pressing into the mat and pulling the body away from the mat. And drop it. Belly comes down. Lift it. Plug the shoulders in. Good. Come back to a neutral spine. Bring those feet in together and your knees as wide as your mat. Sink your booty back towards your feet and then walk the hands forward and sink it all down into a child's pose. Drop the head. Breathe. Good. Spread the fingers wide, lift the head, look towards the fingers, press up, lift the elbows, and then walk the hands back towards the knees. Come all the way back. Bring the hands back behind you, fingers point away from the body. Lift the chest and the head. Pull the elbows towards each other. Open up the chest muscles, the shoulders, the biceps. Breathe. This may look awkward, but it feels wonderful. Pull, pull, pull those elbows towards each other. And I'm on my fingertips. I'm not on my flat palms. Really actively bringing those elbows towards each other, opening up through my chest and my biceps, and release. Oh, that's nice. Big circles back for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now go the other way. Big circles forward for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Plant the hands, bring the knees in, and then walk yourself all the way forward. Let's come to lay down and stretch out our core here. Bring the elbows to line up under the shoulders, fingers spread wide, lift the head, plug the shoulders in. Really press the hips into the mat, lift the head up and away, feel that stretch in your core. Breathe. I want you to think about actively pushing your shoulders down into your biceps, right? As crazy as that sounds. Draw your shoulder blades towards each other. Press up and away from the mat. Feel that stretch in your core and in your back. Breathe. Now drop the head. Slide the hands down towards the chest and press all the way up. Really sink the hips down and through. Oh, this is always a nice space. Shoulders are away from my body. I have a nice long neck here. I can just rock my neck out from side to side a little bit. And again, you're not whipping, nice and slow, graceful, controlled, honoring your body. Now press up nice and high. Drop those hips. Lift the head, look over one shoulder, twist. That it feels so good. Come back to center. And the other way. Twist, breathe. Come back to center. Good. Press up and away. Back into child's pose. This time the knees stay together, the feet stay together. Sink the booty back towards the feet first, then drop the weight of the head and the chest. If you're looking for a more passive stretch here, or you're just trying to rest, you can pull your elbows into your sides and just curl in right here, right? I'm trying to stretch out my shoulders. They feel really tight. So I'm reaching my fingers forward and then trying to peel my elbows down towards the mat. Dropping my head, actively stretching through those shoulder muscles as well. Good. Lift the head, look towards the hands. Press up through the elbows, walk the hands back. All right, let's climb into some of these leg stretches. This is my favorite portion of my stretching, is stretching out my legs. All right, we're gonna take one leg and bring it up right here. So we have one leg down, one leg up, right? Knee is behind the toe. Plant this hand or both, or you can come to your knee, or you can use a yoga block, right? I'll tell you, when I first started doing these, I definitely used yoga blocks. I had 2 purple ones. Okay, so you plant the hands there, maybe a box or something you have right here. Maybe this arm stays here to help you balance. Curl the toes on that back foot and then lift the knee up and away and press the heel back. Then you drop your hips down towards the mat. You feel a nice deep stretch right in here. Oh my goodness. It feels so nice. And you breathe. My minimum to hold each stretch is about 10 seconds. At maximum, sometimes it's like a minute, depending on how much time I have and what I'm doing. So if this feels really good and you just want to stay here, you know, you can watch this later on YouTube and finish it. You can hit the pause button, you know, on your body. All right, now take that other hand, if you can, and reach it up and away and twist. Let the arm drop open, sink the hips down. Feel that stretch, both in your upper body and your lower body, up in those hips. Breathe. Nice, and release. Bring that back knee down, release those toes, and then bring the hips back. Keep that front foot planted, sink the weight down. Oh my gosh, it's so tight. Oh, that's nice. Good, now we're gonna shift the weight forward a little bit, and then this time when we come back again, peel the hips back, we're bringing that toe up with it. Holy moly. This is always such a tight stretch for me, especially in the back of my knees. Just be here in your body. You feel that tightness, yet go there. Bring all your energy and awareness there. Just fill it with love and gratitude. Like, thank you. I know that you're tight because you've been working so hard for me. I appreciate you. I'm sending you love. Oh, that's why we're here, so I can stretch out and I can love on you. I appreciate you, right? Just send some love there. Good, shift your weight forward. All right, now, plant those hands or bring the hands to the knees. Curl the back toes. Press up one more time. You're gonna bring your hand onto the the inside of your thigh, and then press it away. If this is too much, you can also drop that back knee and just press, 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 opening up through the inner thighs. Breathe into it. One more cycle of breath. And release. Good. Come on back. Take that back leg and peel the heel towards the butte. If you can hold here and you're feeling that stretch in your quad just from peeling your knee up, then that's plenty. Hold that. If it's in your practice, you can reach back and grab that foot and really engage it by pulling it even more. Hold and breathe. And release. Ooh. Sink it back a little bit. Take that foot and either walk it out or swing it around. Come on back. Sink into child's pose for one cycle of breath. Inhale and exhale. Shift your weight all the way forward like you're going to stretch out your calves, your core. Drop it in. Just find some release in that quad. Breathe. And then press back and up. Other side. Let's bring that leg around. So we have a 90 degree here and a 90 degree there. Again, you're here, you're here, you're here, you're on blocks, right? Wherever you are, you're honoring your body. That's the point. Curl the back toes, lift that back knee, drop the weight of your hips down towards the mat. Breathe into it. Holy mother. opening up those hips. Especially, this is especially great if you find that nowadays you spend a lot of time sitting because you're working at a desk, you're not walking around your office, you're not walking around your campus or wherever, you know, the school, you're not doing that. So if you find that you're sitting a lot, this is a really great hip opener and to stretch out those muscles because they get rigid from a long time of sitting. Good, breathe. Now take that other hand and peel it up and open if you can, and just drop it back and allow yourself to really enjoy this duality that's happening in your body. Breathe. And release. Bring it down. Drop that knee. Peel those hips back. Sink back. Keep that foot flat. Oh my God. I'm going to release these toes here and just sink it in. Breathe into it. Again, I'll tell you, when I first started doing these types of yoga stretches, I would always need a block, right? Or I would be like up here, or, you know, like holding on to stuff. Like, ooh, that's plenty. Everybody starts somewhere. Good. Shift your weight forward, and then when you come back this time, bring that toe with you. Hey-oh. There it is. Breathe into it. Ooh, nice. And release. Bring it forward. All right. Plant that foot. Plant that hand. Curl those back toes. And wait, what did we do? No, we lift. We lift right in here. Okay, so I'm going to drop this knee back a little bit to get a nice deep stretch. Lift that back foot. Peel it up. Breathe into it. If you can peel that foot towards the booty and feel that nice deep stretch right there, like I can already feel that, then honor that. That's where you are. The key is to make sure that you're bringing your attention into pulling that foot as much as possible towards the bum so you can feel the stretch in that quad. If it's in your practice, you can grab it and pull it back and breathe. Hold for 4 cycles of breath. Oh, I know what we forgot. Release that leg. Nice. Right here, hand on the inside of the thigh. Press it open. Press away. Breathe. One more cycle of breath. And release. Good. Peel it back a little bit. Walk that foot around and bring it around. Walk yourself up to the center of your mat. Dun, dun, dun. Come to your booty. Swing your legs around. And we're going to come to lay down. We're going to stretch out a little bit of the inner and outer thighs, doing thread the needle. And then we're going to be done. I'm just going to click this little warning box. I see you, warning. I see you. All right. There we go. All right. So let's come to lay down. We have 2-3 minutes left. Yeah, it's perfect because we're just stretching. It's easy, it's light, it's good for the body. Come to lay down. Bring the knees in towards the chest. Give them a hug. Kick those feet up towards the ceiling. And just like kind of sway the feet from side to side a little bit. And then point and flex a little bit. Reach the hands up. Plug the shoulders in. And we're going to kind of do the same thing with our wrists here. Just a little love and care. Good, and then side to side. And then maybe some rolls one way, and maybe some rolls another. And this is good, just lifting the feet up and being in this position is really great for the heart because a lot of blood has to flow down there. And when we are letting the blood flow in the opposite direction, it just alleviates some of the work from the heart. It's the same thing when you're in the forward fold, right? The heart sends the most amount of blood to your brain. So when you drop into the opposite direction, it allows the blood to flow, giving the heart a little bit of a break, which is why when you're also really stressed out, both of these positions are really great to help bring down your stress levels. Go into a forward fold, lift the feet above, give the heart a break. That way it's not dealing with the compounding of the stress and trying to do its job, right? So you're giving it a little bit of a break. So just a little tidbit for you. Knees in
and release. Kick the right leg up into the air, cross it over the left, peel those knees towards your chest, flex through both of your feet, thread your hand through the left leg, grab onto the inside of the left thigh, and then pull in towards, oh, yep, right there. Breathe. We're here for 4 cycles of breath. Nice, and release. Kick that leg up first, and then lower it down. Good, other side. Let's just finish this, and then we're done. Cross it over. Peel those knees up towards the chest. Flex through both feet. Thread through the right leg this time, and then peel it, pull it towards your chest. Holy moly, that feels glorious. Peel and breathe. Yep. 4 cycles of breath. And release. Kick that leg up into the air. Good. Pull both knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug right here. I want to end with a little happy baby. So you take your hands and you bring them to the insides of your feet. If this is not available to you, you can just grab onto your shins or even onto your knees. And you just bring your legs up and through and just kind of rock from side to side. Oh, this is one of my favorites, just because it's so happy. It's a happy baby. Right here, breathe into it. Even though, things might not be exactly how you want them right now, even though the world is a little bit crazy, even though there's a lot happening outside of our control, we still deserve to find moments and milk pockets of happiness. We still deserve to operate in spaces of joy. We still have so much that we can be grateful for, and we have the right to, pay attention to those and to really milk those. So doing a silly move like happy baby, it feels fun, it feels silly, and you deserve it. You deserve it even in the midst of crazy. So, all right, rock it up. Come on over to a seat. Nice. Arms go up. Give yourself a hug. Right hand on top. Take a deep breath. And release. And add a little neck here. Good. Release those arms. Now I'm going to switch opposite leg on top because that's bothering my foot. Reach. Other hand on top. Send some love and gratitude into your body. One hand up. High five. Other hand up. High five. You're amazing. So I will see you next week. Happy Mother's Day. And have a great weekend. And I'll see you next time. Bye.